Book, yeah, I got that. Hold up, that's an Israelite starter pack. Passover dance with a staff in hand. Feast day show for a contraband. Dancing like I'm trying to see the homeland. Pentecost first fruits to the big man. Nobody party like an Israelite. Fist in the air like it's time to fight. Northern Kingdom trying to party with the Judites. Bop, 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 bop on my Benjavites. We rolling like Wakanda in the king time. Meanwhile, he told us we can party in the meantime. All the Lord feasts probably start around your bedtime. Dancing in the field like a band when it's halftime. You ain't got no wine, here, have mine. Don't talk about your sorrow, this a bad time. Look, I'm just trying to tell you that it's high time for us to battle to this beat like it's drumline. Wake up, moon outside, it's a party. Hop up, dedication, it's a party. The can't nut destruction, it's a party. Too loud, too lit, move with the body. Wake up, moon outside, it's a party. Hop up, dedication, it's a party. The can't nut destruction, it's a party. Too loud, too lit, move with the body.
All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This video will be entitled, Jacob's Trouble is on the Way, No Time to Line Dance. Jacob's trouble is on the way, no time to line dance. And you know, this video is just going to serve as a warning to anybody out there that can receive this, all right? It's probably going to fall on deaf ears to many of you Israelites because you think that the reason the Lord woke you up is so you can have fun, right? What's wrong with dancing? All they doing is they just having fun. They just having fun, brother. You brothers, you too serious. You make the truth look boring. The Most High didn't wake you up in this captivity for the purposes of you having fucking fun, okay? The Lord didn't put the spirit on men to go out there and preach and teach and to dedicate their whole lives for the purpose of your ass being giggly. That's not what this is about. The Lord woke us up so we could be prepared to get the hell up out of here, man. Now, at the end of the day, if you want to dance or sing a song or do whatever, you can do it, but don't put it up on the internet for people to see it. This gives the illusion to people as if this is what we're about. And really, IUIC, and this is from IUIC Baltimore, by the way. You can see it down there at the bottom. IUIC Baltimore. So, you know, people see this and they start thinking this is what we're about. And they do that to attract attention, you know, to show off. Once you see their school, you know, look at, ooh, it's nice in there. They got order. They organized. And really, you just see damn women just flaunting themselves, you know. And that's why a lot of these organizations are overrun with adultery and infidelity of all sorts, because you're constantly putting your women out there, man. And they don't need to be seen. These fucking women need to be in the background. You need to protect your sisters and your wives. Keep them off the camera and out of the spotlight. But whatever. Like I said, this is a video of warning and caution to the real sisters out there. And you know, these may be some lovely women. They may be very lovely, but one thing they don't understand is they don't understand that they really don't get how deadly this truth is going to become. Point blank, life or death at any moment. That's what it's going to become. All that playing and shit. Let me just get the scriptures. So let's go into it. Jacob's trouble is on the way. The spirit you should be in. Well, let's read it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 2. It says, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Just because you can go into the scriptures and you can find, see, they showed that the daughters of Israel went out and dancing the dances. What's wrong with dancing, brother? You fucking stupid Israelites. We're going to really miss you. The way you make us laugh. Verse 3, sorrow is better than laughter. What? Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You hear that? You're a fool if your mind is constantly on mirth, enjoyment. And they do that, like I said, they do that for them women. That's the spirit that, when you got a bunch of women and a bunch of worldly Israelites, this is the spirit that they come in. They want to play. They want to, you know, like, if you're a wife, there's nothing to stop you from dancing around the house. Even if you want to, like I said, even if you want to get together and do that, but you don't need to put it on the internet for people to see. Everything is intentional, brothers and sisters out there. I would just assume that if you got a congregation that's got a lot of women, they would do this from time to time. Women gonna dance. You can't stop them from dancing. They're gonna talk. They're gonna share recipes. They're gonna share beauty tips and secrets. But the whole world don't need to know it. This does not need to be put out there as a marketing tool as it's being used by IUIC. And by the way, where's your leader at? Where is Bishop Nate? Nobody's seen him. This is the NLT version, Ecclesiastes 7:2. Better to spend your time at funerals than at parties. After all, everyone dies, so the living should take this to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for sadness has a refining influence on us. A wise person thinks a lot about death, while a fool only thinks about having a good time. Right? You a fool. All you can think about, that's the forefront of your mind. These devils about to start tripping. These motherfuckers got robots, robot dogs, all kind of tanks, planes, bombs, jets, guns. They about to accuse us and shit. They about to roll in on Jacob. Gonna come in like a flood. And this is what you're doing? The mark of the beast is on the way. You don't know the name of the Lord over there. How you think you're gonna be delivered? This right here gives off the image of people that saying, we got this. We gonna be good. We got this. We know the Lord gonna save us. Well, you don't know that. You don't know if you're of the elect or not. You dancing and praying. You can see, look at the pride. Look at the pride. The one in the front. Look at this shit. And then the dance is weird on top of that. It's a clunky, clumsy, whack line dance. It's some shit of the world, man. It's all good. Let's keep it going. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5. And you know you're going to have this like, all y'all do is get on other groups. That ain't all we do. We get on other groups a lot, but that ain't all we do. Stop lying. But we got the right to do it. And this is for some that will listen. This ain't, to particularly, it ain't to IUIC because they ain't going to listen. They've already demonstrated that they're not going to listen. This is yet another example to our brothers and sisters, showing you yet again. Every now and again, you need to take your own child. When you're out in public and you see a damn kid that's acting wild, crying, falling all out, you take your own child. You say, you see them over there? If you ever do that, I will beat the fuck out of you. So you need to see every now and again misbehaving going on in the house of Israel and need to be told. This needs to be explained to the hopefully elect. Don't do this. Okay? Don't put up your videos of you partying. When we see a lot of videos of brothers, it be all kind of unity camps among the brotherhood. Brothers get together and barbecue and they do things, hang out, go on trips, do whatever. But we see it. You don't see it. It's as if it never happened. And that's the way it should be. You got to have some privacy, man. Fuck this social media shit. This is Ephesians 5. And I'm going to jump ahead, verse 13. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and the anointed shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. You in an evil day. So much bloodshed is about to take place. You're going to look back at these times and you're going to think to yourself, why wasn't I more diligent in my studies? Why didn't I listen? See, they blind you with stuff like this. You see these other Israelite groups doing this shit, then you covet it and I want to do that. I want to have fun. I want to have fun, Yahweh. It's stupid ass. You wasn't brought here to have fun. You know you came to Babylon the Great to suffer. Now, like I said, you can do little things, but it need to be done in your own time. People don't need to see everything that you do. This is the word fun from the Etymology Online Dictionary. Diversion. What? Diversion, amusement, mirthful sport. 1727 earlier, a cheat, a trick, to cheat, hoax. You see that? So what are you being diverted from? The seriousness of what's going on in the earth. The severity of what the Lord is about to do. You're being diverted from that. And you're being cheated. You're being tricked. Possibly out of salvation by focusing on the wrong shit. You see it? It goes on, which is of uncertain origin, probably a variant of Middle English, fawnin, befool, circa 1400, see fond, scantily recorded in 18th century and stigmatized by Johnson as a low cant word, whatever that means. Down here, in the verb form, to cheat, to make fun, jest, joke. And the adjective, mid 15th century, foolish, silly, enjoyable. And people like that little jokey, jokey smurf bullshit. People like that. Let's get the NLT of this right here. NLT. Ephesians 5 and 13. But their evil intentions will be exposed when the light shines on them. For the light makes everything visible. This is why it is said, awake, O sleeper, rise from the dead, and the anointed will give you light. So be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise. Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. Don't act thoughtlessly, but understand what the Lord wants you to do. See that? Don't be drunk with wine, because you will ruin your life. Instead, be filled with the Holy Spirit, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs among yourselves and making music to the Lord in your hearts. Nothing wrong with music, nothing wrong with songs, nothing wrong with dancing. But it shouldn't be out front, and definitely your women should not be seen. Man, it's just weird. It's really saying, hey, look at us, pay attention to me. I'm important. Look at me, I can dance. Jeremiah 6 verse 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is to them a reproach. They have no delight in it. The majority, even among the Israelites, they don't like to hear the scriptures, but the heaviness and the severity and the gravity. They try to put far away the evil day. They try to say, don't tell us about the end. Give us smooth things. Meanwhile, you don't got the name of the Lord, which is part of the awakening. You're not truly awakened as an Israelite unless you know your God. And you don't know him if you don't know his name. You can front all you want to. And we know over there they ain't pushing the name like that. Therefore, I am full of the fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the aged with him that is full of days, and their houses shall be turned unto others with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. That's what's on the way. It happened before, but it's going to happen again. Prophecies, even curses, they come back and they go out time and time again. It wasn't just meant to happen one time. These stupid Christians believe that, that curse where Israel was going to go into slavery in ships, it only happened one time. Well, why is it that captivity kept happening over and over and over, and it's in the curses? Same as with these things. Verse 13 says, for from the least of them, even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness, and from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely, And it take a whole lot of effort to put this together, for these women to get together at a certain time, and have, they done practice it over and over and over. They had to rehearse, do all that. What the hell? There's men there. They just letting it go on, man. Women, but this is what happened. Your women should really be home. That's all. So much confusion and drama gets started, but it is what it is. Hey, you already know the wolf and the leopard is on the way to try to destroy the lost sheep. If you ain't got treasure laid up in heaven with the Lord, man, you're gonna get torn to pieces by these wolves. And we just read it to you. Let's get one more, and then we're gonna shut it down. 1 Peter 4 and 1. And let's read this one from the NLT. This is what it says. So then, since the anointed suffered physical pain, you must arm yourselves with the same attitude he had. You ever seen Yahushua or told of him in the scriptures dancing, cutting the rug, doing a, what's it called? Doing a a jitty. I don't know if that's what it's called. You ain't never heard of him doing that. You ain't heard of him being in no mirthful partying ass mood. He had a heavy thing going on with him. He knew the severity of what was going on, and so the disciples after him. You ain't even find that in the scriptures where Paul, any of the men of the Lord, you ain't seen and heard them having no party, dancing, doing all that. Anyway, let me read it again. So then, since the anointed suffered physical pain, you must arm yourself with the same attitude he had and be ready to suffer too. What? I got to suffer in the truth? Well, I ain't signed up for this. Well, get on then. For if you have suffered physically for the anointed, you have finished with sin. You won't spend the rest of your lives chasing your own desires, but you will be anxious to do the will of the Most High. You think this is the will of the Lord right here? The Most High, the King of heaven, the King of the universe, the Father of the King of kings and Lord of lords, picked out a certain day, and this is what he wanted you to do. He wanted you to dance around and put it on the internet and show everybody an Israelite party. That's what he wanted you to do. Can you imagine the King of the universe and all his complexity, wanting your dumb ass to do that? I don't think so. Now, at the end of the day, man's going of the Lord. You're going to have people that have those roles. That's their lot to do what they're doing. But overall, that's not the will of the Lord for his daughters to be doing at this time. Hell no. Verse 3, you have had enough in the past of the evil things that godless people enjoy, their immorality and lust, their feasting and drunkenness and wild parties and their terrible worship of idols. Of course, your former friends are surprised when you no longer plunge into the flood of wild and destructive things they do, so they slander you. But remember that they will have to face the Most High, who will judge everyone, both the living and the dead. That is why the good news was preached to those who are now dead. So although they were destined to die like all people, they now live forever with the Most High in the spirit. So, obviously ain't nobody slandering, us for the way we live in that, dealing with this situation. But your families and relatives, yeah, they do. They talking shit behind your back. That's why you find out one of your cousins got shot in the neck. That nigga was talking shit on the low. And you didn't know about it, but it's all good though. The Lord knew. Anyway, that's it. All right, Jacob's trouble is on the way. No time for line dancing. All right, be wise out there, brothers and sisters. We'll see you soon, Lord willing. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.